Computer Science AP class.
Global variables and local variables. With Alonzo. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to do the Click Alonzo game with points, both doing it in the global, with a global variable and also with a local variable. First, we'll start out with the global. Ignore all of these other sprites. I've also put them to a costume where you can't see them. I have this Alonzo, and this is an Alonzo Global, just a name. So I'm going to start with the script for this. So the first thing we're going to do, as per usual, we're going to get our hat, right? So when a green flag is clicked, right? And now we're going to create a variable. We're going to call this variable score. Okay, and we're going to say for all sprites. Perfect. Okay, so now we have the score variable, which is right here. And we love this thing because it keeps track of the score. And then the other thing we're going to want to do, we're going to want to make sure that he starts in the middle. So to do that, we're going to go to motion, right? And we're going to go to the go to X and Y. As you recall, this screen is divided into X to the X and Y variables, right? So when you move them around, X and Y at 0 is right in the middle. So go to X0, Y0, he'll start right in the middle. Doesn't matter where I put him from, right? He'll start right in the middle, which is what I want. And then I want him to give us a little bit of instructions, right? So I'm going to go to looks, and with looks, we could have him say something. So we'll say, try to click me and gain an increased score. Your score, right? So now if I press that, try to click me and increase your score. Great. So we have them say that for 2 seconds. And now we want a forever loop. And as you recall, the forever loop is the actual program that will repeat and repeat itself, right? So here we pull in the forever loop. And then we want them to wait for 1 second and then move around. Wait to 1 second and move around. So we go to wait. Wait's a very useful block, just in general in programming. Sometimes these things go in order, but they go so fast you won't even notice them. The wait gives it a, like literally, it just does that. It tells the code to wait here, do this for 2 seconds before moving on to the next step. So now if we go to motion, we're going to want to do go to random position. Here we go. So now if we press the green flag, he's going to say a thing and then he's going to start moving, right? Okay, great. So now he's moving. This is part of the game. Now we want to do the point system. So to do the point system is really easy with a global variable, actually. So Snap makes it super easy. So when I am clicked, right? When I am clicked, we're going to change the score. So change score by 1. Okay. And then after that, we'll do to a random position. Sensing, motion, go to random position. So now we press play, right? Try to click me, increase your score. Okay, got him once, got him twice. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, great. 5, great. So we got the score working. We got him moving around. Perfect. So this is how you do it with a global variable, right? So you have your global variable, you make your variable, it's global, you do it here. Pretty easy. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do it as a local variable. So the first thing we'll do is we'll get rid of this score, right? So that we have a clean slate here, right? I have a new sprite here that has nothing in it. I'm calling it Alonzo local. And so now we need to do it as a local variable, which is actually a little bit more complicated, right? We're going to start out with the usual when green flag is clicked, right? Once again, we want them to go to the center. So go to X and Y equal to 0, right? So press green, perfect. We want them to say something. So looks, say, try to touch me with your, no, try to touch me and increase score. increase. Let's just so that you notice your local score. Um, the click part, like I said before, is not as easy to do with local variables. So you just need to go over him. You can actually try to click him, and it kind of works, but it's not the same as in the global variables where you say, uh, you know, when I am clicked. That's not going to work here. Okay, so after that, now we're going to create the variable. We're going to create the local variable. So script variables, and now we're going to say local score. Okay. So here we have a little bit of a dilemma. You can show your local score, but there's a bit of a bug. I'm just going to show you and do it just so that you can see it, and maybe you guys can go ahead and try to figure it out. But I'll show you the bug once we do it. But anyway, we're going to put show local score here. And it's when we press the green flag, which I don't want to do yet, it's going to pop up that little window. Before I thought that that was impossible. It is possible, but I don't know. Well, I'll show you in a second. Let's just continue with the code. So in the control now, this is where we set our forever loop, right? So you have to remember that this script variables can only work, local score will only work below it. So if I put this up here and I put local score, well, you can't even see it right now, right? So you don't even see local score there. And if I press green, it's going to give me, it should give me an error, but it's not. Oh, that's interesting. Sometimes these things don't know what they're doing. It didn't work nonetheless, right? So it doesn't show anything because it's not here. Okay. So let's still keep it in local score. Now you see it, local score. Okay. So now in the forever loop, we're gonna want to wait 1 second. As we know, it's always good to wait sometimes. Have a little patience because it allows the code to sort of get back on track or not to move too fast all at once. And now we want an if statement. This is where we're gonna code. Actually, it's an if else statement where we're gonna code to make sure that that when we touch them, right, we're increasing the local score. So we got to do sensing, touching. If touching mouse pointer, we're gonna change the local score by 1, right? I'm gonna put this in because this is how the end of the code is gonna look. So we'll do a look, and he's gonna say the local point. So say here, say, and we pull out local score and we put it here. So he's gonna say the local score for 2 seconds, and then he's gonna move into a random position. So go to random position. So right, in the else, so if this doesn't happen, if he doesn't get touched by the mouse pointer, else we want him to just move into the random position, right? So this means that if he's not touching, he's just moving into random position, wait for 1 second, move to random position, wait for 1 second, move to random position, wait for 1 second. But if you're touching him, then you're going to change the local score, you're going to say the local score, and then you're going to go to random position, wait 1 second, right? In this code, we're also going to show the variable here. So hopefully it works. So green flag, try to, so there's the temporary local score, right? I kind of touched them. So here, I touched them again, right? Okay, great. Here, I touched them again, great. So 3 local scores also going up, right? And you could try the actual click because it kind of works because since this is a draggable sprite, it's kind of like you're dragging them. So it kind of works. It's not quite as smooth as the other one, and it's working. It's showing the local score, and he's actually saying the local score. You press pause, awesome. This is great. It's working. I love it. I made the best code. But this is a problem. Now, if I press the green flag again, right, the local score comes up again, right? because it doesn't erase the original local score. So now we have this problem where this is going up and this score is just kind of stuck there in the memory from before. And honestly, I haven't figured out how to erase it. I've tried to go to hide the variable at the beginning, so like maybe go here, but you can't really hide it, right? So if I go, it's not, there's nothing to hide there. Maybe after you actually make the script. So I think what's going on is that it's just sticking in the memory. And so every time you play the green flag, it's recreating the local variable again. It's recreating the local variable script going again. So it's not giving it a chance to like say, flush the memory of all variables. And it's kind of sticking there. So that's kind of the problem with this code. The only way to fix it really is to like refresh the page. But if you guys can figure it out, that would be great. All right, well, this is how you do local points. You know, if you just get rid of this show local variable, and actually let's save it. So let's do a save as Alonzo points local, locable, local, local, save, right? Okay. And then we open the local, points local, open. It'll start and it won't have it there. And now if we press green flag, we don't have that thing coming up. You know, he just says 1 and then 2. And it's like kind of not quite as responsive and fun as the global variable, but it works. Okay, well, that's it. Have fun. Talk to you later. Bye.